Namaste, Jai Bharat. There was a time when Europe was the most powerful in the entire world. There was a time. Look at the pre both European wars nation of Europe like Germany, England, France, Italy, etc. These were the people who were the most powerful in the world once upon a time. And they are the people who fought two European wars. And they termed it World Wars. That's a fancy, alright. When someone names it, people repeat it. It's not very serious. Now look at the situation of Europe. After both the European wars, you find a kind of bipolar world. On the one hand, there is the former Soviet Union, which was looked at by Europeans in particular as the communists untouchables. Of course, communists are problem creators. That is agreeable. Like China. Their entire system of thought is different. We are experiencing that. But then two worlds. One is the former Soviet Union, and then the Europeans, inadvertently and very spontaneously became hand in hand with the US, because they were assuming power against the former Soviet Union. So USSR Cold War stories is not the paper. From there, things moved. Then came this European Union kind of story. Then came this Euro stories. Then came NATO. NATO, of course, before that. And all those things. And in time, once upon a time, European nations were number one in technology. They were great inventors once upon a time. But during this relaxing time, they were depending on the America, US, and they did not work for themselves. They didn't even spend for their defense budgets. They spent more on their welfare programs, etc. Good, but in the meantime, the European nations lost their identity. They became dependent on America. They became dependent on America for almost everything. To that extent that today they are unable to do anything of their own. Look at the situation of 37 countries or so. If they stand together, they're supposed to be very powerful kind of people. And if you look at the history, they were great inventors. All technology, things like that belong to them. And US had nothing. US had nothing. But today, US has everything because they made things. And the European Union completely relaxed. Now, America is bullying them. They don't face it, they have not realized it, but the first glimpse of such a bullying goes to them now when President Trump wants Greenland? Well, he will say that I want Greenland today. Tomorrow he will say that Ireland is touching. So I will take Ireland. Otherwise Russia, China will come and take Ireland. No, these are kinds of pleas which one would make with limitless ambitions. Trump has that nature, it appears. And this is the Greenland crisis. Now European Union experiences helplessness. All the erstwhile glory ceased to be functional. Can't help them. They are in a crisis, and at this situation, possibly, they will see the example of Bharat with all the kinds of oppressions, coercions, bullying, everything. Bharat was standing its place. There were tariffs after tariffs coming. Alright, we were just quiet, taking these things, not reacting at all. But in time, patience gets paid. And possibly European Union should learn from Bharat. They are coming to Bharat. They're extending friendship to Bharat in a more free manner than what used to be in the past. Let's hope things shall turn out to be better. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Siya Ram.